Hi, I'm Patti Moreno, the Garden Girl.
And I'm Mel Bartholomew, the Square Foot Gardening Guy.
It's August, it is harvest time.
Oh boy, the heat but plants are doing so well. There's such an abundant harvest now, you don't know what to pick next. And if you don't pick it, it'll just keep growing and more keeps coming. We're busy harvesting. A lot to harvest now. What have you been getting from your garden?
Oh, I have been getting eggplant and squash, and of course my herbs are in their full glory right now. Corn.
Oh yeah,
a little bit of corn.
And I'll bet from your vertical garden you're getting tomatoes, cucumbers, pole beans, and more squash, different kinds of squash.
Absolutely.
So today we want to talk about not only harvesting everything and how to use it, the abundant harvest, but you want to think ahead a little bit, and now we can start planting this month, in the middle of summer, for the fall garden.
Love it. So what are some of the things that we can plant right now in August? Because we've harvested some, we've cleared away a little bit of space there.
We've got some squares here and there that are ready to replant. Now the fall crop is just the same as the spring crop, but in reverse. The nice thing is we don't have to go through all the work of planting seeds indoors, tending them, hoping they don't get too leggy. Then when they're big enough, we have to start hardening them off by taking them outside in the daytime, bringing them in. Forget all that. Nature does everything for you.
Right.
Because it's warm out, the seeds will sprout quickly. We don't start them indoors, we start them outdoors. And we're going to take one of our squares and call it a nursery. Maybe in each box we'll have one nursery. And in that, we're going to plant all the fall crop. Now that would include all the cabbage family. We need to start those right now. And we can start them by seeds out of doors. And just think of all the different colored cabbages you have. And then we have broccoli and cauliflower. And that whole family can go in now. And as it sprouts, then you move them into individual squares. And that's all there is to do. There's no pots, there's no potting up. There's no carrying them in. We don't have to harden them because nature's going to gradually get cooler, and that's the hardening process that they do.
Exactly. The plant, as it grows, it's just going to acclimate itself to the current temperature as it gets cooler and cooler. Why do you think that people kind of cut their growing season off? Because I live in New England. I have a much shorter growing season than a lot of people in the country. And a lot of people just kind of stop after that August harvest.
Well, it comes from the old method of gardening, single rows. They're so tired of weeding their single row garden that they've given up and said, well, maybe next year.
Right. One quick question. When we're starting the seeds in the squares, are we adding that scoop of compost as well?
Yes. Every time you replant a square foot, you add the compost to it. And that just keeps enriching it. Now, if you miss one once in a while, it's not going to make a big difference.
And compost is basically the fertilizer that we use. That's what is going to feed the plants and give us those amazing, green, rich, nutrient-rich and tasty vegetables,
so good.
Especially in August. But we've got a lot more. Definitely check back with us next month in September, and we're going to talk about preparing your garden, putting up the harvest too.
Yes,
we're going to talk about putting up the harvest. We're going to talk about
keep planning for the fall harvest. There's a lot to do.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Patti Moreno, the Garden Girl.
And I'm Mel Bartholomew. And tune in next month and see all the tips we're going to have for September.